Yeah! Ah! 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 I am really, really bad at this. And welcome back to Going Hard here on Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm on top of my new entrance hall, and it definitely needs a couple of details like some trapdoors back behind me. But what I really need to do is do a little terraforming to tie it into the hillside. And you know what? Maybe a rooftop garden could be really cool. So let's get in with the terraforming and then see what can happen with a garden, because I think that's going to be fun. So the idea is, let me free cam up here for a minute. You can see this building comes right up to the hill, and obviously my base is inside because dwarf life forever. But I want to bring this hill down so it doesn't look so stupid, and it covers up like all those logs and that fun stuff. So I guess the first thing I need to do is kind of figure out kind of how far down I want this to go. Obviously it needs to go beyond that, so maybe here-ish. And I guess I'm just gonna freehand this and see how it goes. I think the terraforming is done for the most part, and thanks to the power of editing, you got to skip most of that pain and suffering, or watch it really, really fast, one of the two. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on top of this build, right? To build sort of like a rooftop garden or some other feature to tie in. And I'm starting to build what I think is going to be a copper fountain. All right, and I'm going to sort of bring this around, you know, on all the sides. This is going to be a fairly large fountain. I don't know necessarily why it needs to be large, but I don't see a reason why it needs to not be large. This whole build has been a whole series of, let's just build it too freaking big. And I think that's kind of where we're going to be with this one too. But I think it can be all sorts of fun here. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this shape built out, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I think I can make this work. So what I'm going to do is we're going to waterlog these stairs like this. I'll grab a little more water. And I want to be sure I'm waterlogging the stairs and not the slabs, as my cat has very strong opinions about my build, apparently. But that looks really cool. This will look so much better when this copper oxidizes. And I'm thinking a little bit of some sort of something in here would look really nice. Okay, well, said my cat doesn't seem to like it, but I think this is cool. I think it needs to be a little taller up here, but so far, I like what the water's doing. Some days, you know, you think you get rid of the building inspectors. Like, yeah, no. This is the safest thing in the world. There's nothing at all unsafe about putting a giant basin of water on top of a building without any form of support. It's perfectly safe, and I don't need building inspectors to come violently enforce building codes. Trust me, this is totally fine. 100%, absolutely. Not even one slightly bit unfine. You know, I think this is looking pretty good. Other than being a really obnoxious shade of orange, this is great. Now, as I said, I'm going to oxidize this, just let this turn green, which I think is going to, it's just going to look a heck of a lot better with the rest of the pink and other fun stuff I've got on this build. But I really like, I like the shape of this. I like how the water is flowing. Yeah, I'm down with this thing. This is nice. So now that I have that in place, I do need some level of support, right? Now, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to bring, let's just shape this down kind of this way, right? And I probably want to add a couple of other blocks just to, I don't know, make it look better, because that looks a little cheesy. I also may want to replace those with, I don't know, tile deep slate or something. But, did I go to the right place? Oh, nope, I did not. I did not at all. Though actually that might be better. I may want to move the other one. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. So we'll slide this over this way. Okay, take this out. And this is going to be the start of the sort of a support ring I'm going to build around this, right? Everybody needs a good support system in their lives to sort of help them get through the troubles and the weightiness of the world. That's absolutely what's going on here. We're helping this poor fountain deal with the weightiness of its problems. Yeah, nice. We've got ourselves a nice fountain going on, and I've got some nice legs going. So I think it's just a little bit awkward. I don't know quite what I need here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I need a couple of slabs coming out in a couple of places just to add a little bit extra support. But otherwise, I think this is looking pretty okay. Yeah, so looking at the tower, I think I'm going to leave it copper. I was thinking of maybe turning this into cherry, but we'll leave it to turn green and see how this goes. But for now, the shape is great. I like the deep slate. I like the colored basin with the tower. The water, the shape of this water is fabulous. So let's leave the fountain and start looking at, well, what else is going to happen on the rest of this roof. Oh, you know what would actually be really good over this, quite possibly, is when this changes, is if I had some copper trapdoors. If I had some completely oxidized copper trapdoors, that might be really slick. But, oh, jeez, monkeys! Holy mackerel on toast! No, 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 and also no, and you don't get to do that. No! Holy ouchies! So what we've got going on here is a little bit of what I'm hoping is a sort of nice little rooftop garden. It's actually looking a little bit like a shrine, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think I want to just throw some trapdoors over that to cut down on the smoke a little bit. But I'm really liking what this is doing. All right, I've got a little bit of stuff in here. Threw some amethyst clusters, some trapdoors. They're not blocking the smoke quite as much as I'd like, but I do like that fire in there. So so we'll leave that. But the amethyst clusters in front of some flowers. Yeah, this little garden, it's kind of turned into a shrine, but I like it. I like what we've got going on here, and I maybe put a sign on this here, or maybe back there, something like that. But it's just sort of a nice little, it's kind of peaceful little area up here. I might even expand this out a little bit and just, I don't know, maybe I might actually build some walls around a little bit here. Maybe nothing too high, or maybe some bench seating or something. I don't know, but we've got ourselves a nice little area up here. I really like this. And I think I'm done with this area for now. Or mostly done. I decided to go really simple. I thought I would go full garden, but really what I think works best here is just bring this hillside down this way. And I may throw some moss carpet or something over here later, but for now, I kind of like the hill coming here. And then I just put some, well, basically some glass and iron bar fences, walls up here, partly to protect me from that stupid pillager that shot me in the back, you know, that type of thing. But it also keeps this area safe so that if mobs do walk up here, they don't come walking down into my base. But as I've been looking at this, I'm not entirely sure I like these two tall flowers here. And I think what I want to do is get some more pottery sherds and make some decorative pots and stuff. And I think those might go better here in this second row behind the amethyst. The good news is I know where there's a trail ruin. I know things, and I didn't even have to look it up. I just stumbled across it. So I think that's going to be my next stop. So I'm down here by my end portal because not too long ago, I built a copper farm off camera. And as part of the copper farm, I needed some zombies. So I built a nice little staircase that comes up this way and heads out to the surface. Now, one of the things that kind of surprised me is when I got up here to the surface is right up here, there is a trail ruin. So here I am at the top of the, my staircase. And, oh, look, a creeper. Cool. But you can see it right over there. There's a trail ruins. Right? You can see it by its distinctive ruined look. No, right here's all of this terracotta. So this is going to be the perfect spot to start excavating. So here's the ancient ruins, or the trail ruins, or whatever they called it. It's a big thing in the ground. Yeah, and see, we've got some nice suspicious gravel going on here, and look at this. Nothing is come here. Give me the thing. And we're getting what looks like a sign. Cool. I've got a couple things, right? I already mentioned I want to get some pottery sherds for some decorative pots, but I also want to get some music discs because I think I'm going to want to go out and get some allays here in the near future. And you can't breed allays without music because they're just that type of critter. So we're going to go down here and we're going to excavate this dealy bob and see if I can't find some shards and some discs. But first, I think I want to build myself a nice little perimeter to keep the hostile mobs out. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it looks like we've got ourselves a nice heartbreak pottery sherd. That could be helpful. And that was sort of a nice one. So let's keep digging, see what else we find. We've got a whole city to investigate, so let's see what we can get. Yes, more suspicious gravel. I said I'd like to find some nice sherds to go with this. Ooh, what did I get? Ooh, a heart pottery sherd. See, that's going to be a good pair, right? I could put the broken heart on one side and the regular heart on the other. I think that'll look nice when I get this in. good stuff. What do we get? Oh, friend. All right. You know what could be fun if we get the right pottery sherds? Be to actually use them to tell a little bit of a story on this in that little area I'm dealing with. So that could be fun if I can get some nice ones in place, you know? But in order to do that, we got to go diggy diggy. Now on the plus side, I think I actually have a few more in my storage somewhere, because this isn't the first trail ruins I've excavated, so I may have some more back at my base, but I don't have any of the music discs, which again is part of the reason I'm here. So let's just keep going with this and see what I get. You know, actually, maybe what I'll do is let's just stick that in the ender chest, shall we? And I said if I need to, I'll just craft another. Ah, darn it. Today's stream is going to be brought to you by the sound of failure. Ask your doctor if the sound of failure is right for you. And it is actually going a little bit faster now that I don't have to be quite as careful with the shovel. Ah, darn it. That doesn't mean I'm actually paying as close attention as I should. That's like 6. It's like 6 of those that I've broken in here. Turns out I'm a lousy archaeologist. You know, I watched a lot of Indiana Jones growing up. And to be fair, I never wanted to be an archaeologist. But that's probably a good thing, because it turns out I think I'd have been a bad one. So I gotta just clean all this stuff out and see if there's suspicious gravel behind all of it. Like that one. Ugh. That's like number 87 or something. It's probably number 12, but it feels like 87. I have got to stop breaking things, because I feel like I'm turning into like a toddler at I don't know, some place that's really expensive or something. I just keep breaking all of it, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all. See, what's bad is I've broken it. Ah, shit! Ah, 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 ah. I am really, really bad at this. So right now I've got a heart, a broken heart, a friend, and a burn, and a howl, which I guess is a wolf. So it's like, what story could I tell? It's like two lovers, and then one of them accidentally set the other one's dog on fire, and they broke up over it. Which I think is probably a valid reason to break up. But it's a really sad tale, and you know, maybe we need to come up with another reason why they for that story, huh? You know, maybe something. That looks like a suspicious block. Come on, record. Come on, record. And we got a pot. Beginning to feel a little bit like Charlie Brown at going trick-or-treating, you know? It's like everyone else gets candy bars and he gets a rock. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about now. Be a little more careful with it. I mean, admittedly, it's been out of character for this whole archaeological expedition, but I mean, maybe it's archaeological exposition. Maybe I am you know, telling the story and not showing and making sure everyone knows where we're at in the plot and that type of thing. But no, I think not. I think I just need to figure out where I can find maybe I just need to find a good used record store. Maybe that's how this is going to work. Well, that didn't turn out as well as I would have liked. I didn't find a disc. Did find a bunch of shards. Did find some armor trims, but the music disc was why I was here. So I'm gonna have to find another way to get another disc so that I can breed some allays when I pick some up here soon. But I think for now, let's go ahead and get packed up and head home. Okay, so back at my base, and there's this hole in the hill here. Now I have ducked down here a couple of times, right? You can see I've got torches all around. And I think, if I remember right over this way is a zombie spawner. Now, grab some carrots here. Now, I've already lit up the spawner. I was actually thinking of turning this into my copper farm before I built the one in the nether. But there is this chest here that I don't think I looted. I did not. And there is a record here. Okay, it's 13. I don't care. But I don't really care which one it is. But there is a music disc. So I didn't need to actually pillage that that city. But it's okay. At least I've got a disc, so when the time comes, I will be set. Okay, so I've got my pots decorated now, and the way I think I'm going to lay this out this way, and so it tells a story. Someone is in love, their friend, and their dog, and then the friend was on fire, and now they're heartbroken, and it's sad. And so this is why we have this memorial, is for the friend who was set on fire, maybe by the dog. I don't know. But, so that's why we have this little area up here. And I think that's a reasonable story to tell, right? Sure it is. And I think that's going to be it. This rain gives a perfect mood for our little memorial up here, and maybe for all of the records I broke trying to clean out that ancient ruin. But until next time, be excellent to each other, and this is Music Free Gaming signing off.